Hey guys, SeismicGear here, bringing you another plus 100 gaming commentary. I'm actually going to be doing a review series of all the maps, including the vanilla maps, but I'm going to be starting with the DLC Awakening maps. So first off, we have Splash, which is the Waterpark map, and it's a pretty good map. I'm going to talk about the spawns first. Okay, so the spawns in this map are pretty good. I never spawned next to somebody, or at least I haven't felt like I spawned next to someone in an unfair way. So everyone always has a chance. You don't really get a lot of those spawn traps in Team Deathmatch or Domination or Hardpoint or anything like that. You're not spawning and dying over and over and over and over, because that's no fun and nobody likes to deal with that. And I don't really like spawn killing people either, even though my KD definitely goes up from it. It's just not fair to the other players to have to get killed over and over again by simply, hitting square. So I don't really like that, but again, the map works, it flows well. There's not really a lot of spawn killing going on, so that's really good in that department. I haven't played any free-for-all on it, though, really, so I can't really comment on the free-for-all spawns are good. Generally, they're not on those maps, because they're trying to cram, 12 people or 6 people onto a smaller map, and it kind of becomes hectic if 3 people die at once and they all decide to spawn next to each other. That does happen, but I haven't played this map on free-for-all, so I can't comment on it, but it's pretty big and decent size, so I'm sure it doesn't happen too often, but I could be wrong. We're going to go on to Sightlines next on this map, and so the Sightlines are good on this map. I really like that. It basically supports any kind of play. So you can use assault rifles, machine guns, shotguns, pistols, launchers, snipers, really anything. The only things I wouldn't suggest using are guns like the Weevil with its, higher time to kill than most other submachine guns. I wouldn't really suggest like things like the M8 or the Man of War, because they're a bit slower compared to the submachine guns or other fast assault rifles like the XR2. I really wouldn't suggest the slower guns. Maybe if you're going to use a sniper, I would suggest the Dragon, the SVG, maybe not like the Locust or anything like that. I wouldn't really suggest that, but that's up to you as a player. If you can make it work, then do so. Shotguns are good on this map. Submachine guns, again, like I said, are all good on this map. Everything's good. I wish, that maybe there's a bit more gun variety now that we played the game this much, but that's a whole different subject. We're going to talk about Scorestreaks now. Scorestreaks are pretty standard. UAV is UAV, haters, care package is care package, whatever. But most Scorestreaks work really well on this map. In fact, you can actually make Guardians decent on this map by putting them in good hallways. There's a lot of chances for that. Sentry has quite a few good spots, especially on top of like the water slides that come down up into the common area in the middle. You have all of that. The lanes connect well, so you can do a lot of choke points, score streaks. The only score streak that I found almost really hard to use, not almost impossible, but really hard to use is the dart. I've made it work, but it's really hard because all the tight corners, and it's hard to like weave in and out of the buildings, especially if you're not experienced with the dart score streak. But it is pretty good. It's just really hard to make it work. But overall, it's pretty good, it works for all the score streaks. All the game modes are pretty good, like I was saying. Team Deathmatch flows well. Domination's pretty good, depending if you like that. I haven't played Demolition yet, or Safeguard. I've played Uplink. Uplink went really well, although I think that, the side I'm running towards currently, that has a little bit of an advantage for the other side because of how it opens up, but otherwise it's pretty balanced on those terms. I think that Search and Destroy is really well balanced. I think it's pretty fun. There's a lot of lanes, a lot of cover, a lot of sightlines, a lot of all that. So you can play Search pretty fun in a fun way. The only thing that on this map, if someone has awareness and you're not running the silence, they will hear you clanking on those metal and plastic slides a lot. So you have to be very careful with that because you don't want to like get spotted. So you definitely want to run dead silence on this map, especially if people are running awareness, because you just don't want to get caught up in that. It's really easy to do. So I would be very careful about that. Other than that, though, other perks work pretty well. Ghost isn't necessarily a necessity on this map because it's a small, so people aren't gonna be, I don't know, if you're playing competitive, there won't ever be a UAV, but if you're playing pubs, you probably don't need Ghost on this map. I would definitely run suppressors though, because everyone can get to in like 20 seconds tops, and that's if they're going really slow. So I would definitely run suppressors at least, so people can see your mini-map presence, maybe blast suppressor, just so people don't stay where you are. But generally speaking, you can use anything. It's also probably a really good idea to run engineer on this, because honestly, there's a lot of spots where you just turn a corner and you can't stop in time, or can't deal with it in time with crit mine, C4, or anything like that, or any quick frag grenades. You're not gonna be able to get out of the way. So engineer, or like maybe even flak jacket might be good ideas on this map, simply because of how it's set up and how tight everything, all the corridors are. So I'd be really careful on that. I'm going to be doing, again, other map reviews too. Next is going to be Rise, then Skyjacked, even though Skyjacked is basically just hijacked, but it's still different enough that I'm going to give it a new review. And then there's also, what is it called? I can't remember its name now. Whatever, the other map. And I'm going to be doing all of the other maps in alphabetical order, okay? So, all the maps from the vanilla game I'm going to do a new review on, especially after the balance patches and everything has come out. It'll be a little bit new perspective, not too new, but new enough that you can kind of get a grasp on things, especially if you're new to the game and don't really understand a lot of game mechanics. I might be doing some tutorials for how to do certain stuff on the game. I also, SmGear might be doing stuff. That's more of his thing, but I can do that too, if you guys are interested in that. Fandango13 is going to start having some videos soon, so, I know you guys haven't really heard much from him, but he's going to have an intro video and like 3 other commentaries coming in the next few weeks, and it'll be good. You can meet him, you can get to know him and talk to him and everything like that. Speaking of talking to us, most people don't know, but we actually have a website, plus100gaming.com. That's PLUS, the number 100gaming.com. No www dot or anything like that. It's in the description right below this video. And we have forums, we have a streaming area for Twitch, we have a lot of stuff. It's kind of a hub for all of the YouTube, everything too. It'll be updated as soon as it's on YouTube, maybe even before. So you can get all the content right there. You don't have to come to YouTube unless you're doing your other subscriptions. But if you're strictly interested in Plus 100 Game, you can go to the website, sign up for our forums, talk to us. We'll answer your questions almost any time of the day. You just have to sign up for an account. It's super easy. A couple security questions, your email, and you're good to go. And so, if you're really interested in that, that'd be something to do. If you're not really interested in the forums, but you do want to represent Plus 100, or you really like us, we have a merchandise store. It's on Zazzle.com, and you can get to it through the website if you don't know what that is. And it'll have a link called Store at the top. You just click it, you can buy stuff. We are adding new designs all the time. If you have an idea for design, you can shoot it to us, and we'll try and make it to the best of your specifications, so that way you can buy it, you know. I mean, we're not going to do custom commissions or anything, but if you see something that you think would be a good idea, and it's not there, we will make it for you. Or at least try our best, so everything like that. And there's also another video coming up soon, probably tomorrow, that will detail if you want to join Plus 100 Gaming's pub stopping team, or even the competitive team if you really, really want to do that. Then there's options for that, and I will have them posted tomorrow. There's also clan tryouts this Saturday and Sunday, so if you're interested in that, you better watch that video tomorrow, and get up to caught up on all that. So anyway, that's about it for this video. Enjoy the rest of the gameplay. Look forward to my new reviews that are coming soon, and have a good day.
Confirm and kill. Spectre defeated. Battle is ours to lose. Enemy down. UAV inbound. Approaching PONR. Finish this.
Should've stayed close, man.
You made the entire CDP proud.
Maximized abilities means maximum victories.